Hello everyone, and welcome back to All the Mods 6. We are back on the server. Last episode I think we cleaned up, right? We put the power stuff over there. We actually made some upgrades, so we made these guys the resonant integral components, which makes this guy 4 times as fast, which means he can keep this guy full, in theory. Yep, he's full, and should be able to keep this guy full. Yeah, he's actually gaining some, I believe. So that's pretty good. As for this though, this pulverize is still a bit slow. I tried putting some more upgrades in. Like, if I search linkage, we have these guys. These, speed it up, but they also lowered the energy efficiency by quite a bit. And previously, we were actually losing power when I tested this, like 4 minutes ago. That doesn't seem to be happening, but as you can see, it's very inefficient. I might leave them there. Is this guy losing power then? Maybe we just have a backlog of power. I'm not too sure, but that's pretty good, because, we're getting a backlog here as well. Now, in order to completely finish off this power system, there's something we can check out, and it is called where is it? A superheating element. It costs a little bit of redstone, a little bit of copper, and a steel casing, which is some steel and some osmium. And what this guy does is, if we right click him, he's a crucible heat source that does 60 times. And now, if you recall, the uranium blocks do 20 times, right? So essentially, replacing each one of these is like having 3 new crucibles, right? So you can 3 times the efficiency. So instead of making, this 3 times as tall, we can just replace the heat sources underneath. Now, there's a few things to keep in note with that. One will be the actual cobblestone generation and transmission, right? You have to make sure that we're able to transfer enough stuff. And the other thing would be the pipes extracting the lava, because we're probably going to be making a lot more lava, right? But with that being said, these guys are actually full of lava, which means these guys are the ones that are a bit slow. So, yeah, interesting. I'm not too sure what to take of that. Now, we probably will do that later on in this episode, but I kind of want to start off with something else, and that is to take care of our jetpack, and in particular, the charging of the jetpack. Now, there's 2 ways that I know how to do this, and one is with flux networks, which I think, judging from people's bases, is what everyone's doing. So I kind of don't want to do it yet, but we will be using flux networks in the future just to transfer our power out wirelessly, and by that I mean, instead of having all of these cables, we could have one flux plug here, and then flux points over, where they're needed, right? But I think I want to show you guys how power works. And this is a fancy mod. It adds quite a few different things. So some of them are most of them are power generation, like solar panels, magma doors. We might actually try these out too. They use some lava to make energy. Different ways to make energy. Also reactors that you can make pretty early game. I can't actually, here they are, the reactors. These guys are pretty good. But we're not going to look at them yet, because I don't think we have uraninite. We need a laser for that. We're going to look at this guy, the player transmitter. Now, there's a few things for this that isn't just, crafting recipes with iron and whatnot. And the things that they are these, the player aerial pearls. So use an aerial pearl on a zombie or husk, and the aerial pearl needs an ender pearl. So this should be fine. The only problem for me would be getting a zombie, because I don't exactly have like a mob platform or something. Can we get a zombie with seeds or something, like zombie bait? Is that a thing? Okay, the answer to that question is no. So as an alternative, I might just break a bunch of these torches on this platform here, and then when it goes nighttime, hopefully there's some zombies. There's also, I know there's a platform over there, far in the distance, that actually spawns mobs sometimes. Oh, not all these chickens. The platform's been removed, but there was a platform there that occasionally got mobs that I could try out as well, but this should be fine. Just a nice little empty corridor here. Okay, so while we're waiting for nighttime and for that stuff to spawn, I guess we'll get crafting. I kind of want to actually craft a crafter, like another crafter, and have them be auto-craftable. So these guys, right? How many spaces? We have 1 extra space. Now, we can almost make a crafter. I actually have a bookmarked over here. We have all of these things auto-craftable, so all these cores and processes. All we need is the enriched iron and the machine casing. The enriched iron, I believe we just make with essence, but I guess we've used it all. But we do have a lot of quartz now. I think because we set up some of the sifting, so I guess we'll make a little bit of this, and we'll try and make some stuff. So, mainly I want these crafters, well, obviously so I can auto-craft some things. What is going on? Oh, you know what? Our inventory's full. That is another reason why I would like an auto crafter, so we can, craft the stuff that we need. So a machine casing is pretty simple. It's just some stone and stuff. Am I doing this in the wrong interface? I am. Machine casing, quartz iron around the stone, right? And then just a crafter should be pretty simple. And let's look at the actual storage that we need. Honestly, it's not that ridiculous of a recipe. We should actually be able to make this. Although nothing pasted in, so maybe not. Once again, this stuff won't go back into the system because there's no storage. So I'm going to put it in my inventory. I think that's the problem. Yeah, that was definitely the problem. Can I put that back in? Perfect. Okay, the rest of this, easy to craft. Grab this guy. That should take care of our issues. And now can we get our crafter? We can. Beautiful. Okay. All right. Everything's fine. This guy we'll probably just place here. He's hooked up. And now we can start putting patterns in, right? So I pretty much just want to put in this pattern. Like that. The quartz enriched iron pattern. Probably just this recipe. Should be fine. And then the crafter itself. We will need another pattern, but that should be fine. We can put this stuff in. Crafter, or pattern actually. And here we go. Put this guy in there. Boom. Boom. And now I should be able to ask for another crafter if I want. And I do. So we'll just order one. The main reason I'm doing this is because Power has some annoying recipes, and I'd honestly prefer to just have them all be auto-craftable. Right? I feel like that makes sense. And once again, with refined storage, you don't have to cable everything, you just have to make sure they're connected adjacent to the blocks. So that should be fine. Alright, let's get some... we're going to need patterns, aren't we? You know what? I need a pattern to make patterns. That's what I need. Pattern. So I need this guy, and then I need to place him in here, and then click his own recipe in. There we go. Okay, the pattern to make the patterns now exists. So now, how do I want to do this? I want to search pattern and ask for probably like 10. Can we do that? We can. Okay, it tells you all the stuff we need. That should be fine. Alrighty, and let's get crafting now. So, for the player transmitter, which is what we're after, we're going to need dielectric rods, tiny capacitors. I'm trying to think if this would be good enough. I think this will be good enough. 500 RF per tick. How much does our jetpack use? Yeah, that's plenty. So we'll need basic tiny capacitors, dielectric casing, and then obviously this aerial pearl thing. So that should be fine. These individually just need basic capacitors, dielectric paste, a block of redstone. The paste itself is actually pretty easy. We'll probably be doing this recipe here with the blaze powder, I think. Lava buckets could work. This casing is sort of the same. We'll also need the horizontal rods. And I think that's just about all the recipes, right? Yeah. Okay. Oh, and iron bars, it looks like. So now I've got to go through the pain of auto-crafting all of these, right? Putting all of these into patterns. So I'll do that, and I'll meet you guys back here with all the stuff in my inventory. I'm probably going to empty my inventory too. Okay, so I think this is everything, and I guess we'll find out once we put them all in. I'll put them all in this guy. Try and keep them somewhat sorted. So now, if I click on the player transmitter, I should be able to control-click, and all we're missing is 2 coal and a clay ball. We should be able to take care of that. You know what else I kind of want to do? So at the moment, our coal is all going in here, right? And this guy's filling up, and... I mean, he only needs 1 coal at a time. So I think what I'm going to do is actually make this regulator upgrade. We're getting a little bit sidetracked, so... You know what? Temporarily, I won't do that, but we will come back in the future and do the regulator upgrade. So let me, try and stay focused for this little bit, and that'll be a side task as well as the superheating stuff. Alrighty, so we can put the clay back in the system. The coal, I reckon we can put it in the system, but we'll quickly craft. So boom, boom, control click, start all the recipes. That way it'll use the coal before the coal all gets exported into that guy. And hopefully that works. We don't have a crafting monitor, but I don't really want to craft on at the moment because they're not the cheapest. But if I search at power, hopefully we have some of the stuff. You know what? It looks like we have everything. We have the casing, the tiny capacitors, the vertical rod. So all we need now is this pearl, right? So we can probably craft this guy manually. Oh, this is the pattern guy. Yeah, that's the wrong place to do it. Aerial pearl. Easy enough. So now all we need is a zombie, but we also need a binding card. That's another thing you need. So we need a blank card, which is 2 rods. It can be the vertical or the horizontal. So we'll do this. And And then we need, what? A little bit of redstone and a rotten flesh. I don't... Oh, we do have rotten flesh. How many do we have? One. Okay, that is incredibly lucky, but, I mean, we need zombies anyway, so it doesn't really matter in the long run. And this guy, all you want to do is just right-click in your hand, and it will bind it to you. So this thing, this card, is what you're going to place inside of the player transmitter. So now, I guess we just sort of wait for nighttime. Alright, well I guess while we wait for nighttime, I also broke some torches down here. So we have a little bit of potential mob spawn, and I clogged up the staircase for the darkness. While we wait for, hopefully, some zombies, we might as well do some of these other things that I was saying. So the superheating element and the regulator. The superheating element is probably the first thing we'll do, maybe. I don't know, we only need one regulator, whereas we need a lot of superheating elements. In fact, we'll probably auto-craft the superheating elements. So I'm honestly going to want another crafter, which hopefully we can get. It says we can, I'm going to take it. As long as it keeps saying I can keep making them, I'm going to keep making them. So this guy we're going to attach to probably a machine, because I think we need to automate the enriching. So this guy, I might actually... Enriching or infusing? I think infusing, actually. Let me pick this guy up. We're going to have to move him into a better auto-crafting zone, which probably will take place over here. I guess it could take place up here. Do I want to do that? Maybe. Yeah, let's get some wood and expand. Alrighty, this looks a little bit better. I think we can work with this. So I'm going to place the metallurgic infuser here with a crafter probably on the side, actually. You know, I think we're going to have to do this the way that we've had to do it in the past, which is a little bit messy, but it works. Yeah, I'm just trying to think of the best way. I think crafter here, we're going to need a chest, so luckily we have a little bit of wood left. Chest. This guy is going to go right here, so he's going to attach to the crafter. The crafter is going to be looking at the chest. We're going to have two pipes. One pipe here, and one pipe here. I guess that's okay. I'm just trying to think of, like, what's the cleanest way to do this. This is fine. So we're going to open him up. On the side config, we're going to make sure we're on the items config. We can clear all the sides. And we can say, for instance, the right side's input and the not the top, the back is, where is it? Extra. So what that'll mean is that from the right, we'll get whatever item goes here. And from the back, we'll get whatever item goes here. So the extra, the bit we're infusing with, right? So for steel, coal would go in here, and iron would go there. Pretty simple. And then the output, I might actually have the output be on the bottom. And we'll hook up a cable. So is this the bottom? Yep. We'll hook up an importer. Sort of like what we had here. So one of these importers. We'll probably do that. So let me get that. Alright, importer. Beautiful. This guy will go here. I have one cable on me. So we'll need more of those too, apparently. And there we go. Cable attached. So now this should be working. This should, you know, take all of the things out from the bottom. That should be fine. And all we need now is the actual pattern and, and we also need to attach a cable here, which means it's probably better for us to have these cables go around the other way. So this side is probably a lot better to do. That way we can quickly attach it like this. There we go. That's a lot better. So let's grab the pattern. I think we're... Oh, no, we do have patterns left. Beautiful. So, what was I after? I was after steel, right? So, steel ingots. So, steel ingots themselves, I'm pretty sure... Well, actually, would this be easier with an induction smelter? Maybe. Honestly, in the future, I think this will be better, but... we don't have a crusher, and I don't really want to set up a pulverizer. So we'll probably just keep it as it is, and we'll do it this old-fashioned way. Alright, I made a new pattern. Let's get this done. So, the steel you will make by smelting dust in a furnace. Just a normal furnace will work. So there we go. The steel dust you will make in a metallurgic infuser with coal and enriched iron. I want to wait for the coal to show up on the side there. So give me a second. 1 second. Wait for it. Wait for it. Any sec. Coal. Boom. So now we've got coal, we have enriched iron, and that'll give us steel dust. Perfect. The enriched iron is the same thing. I guess we'll do it manually. I'm going to have to grab coal, aren't I? Because there's no coal in here. So this is why we should have done the regulator. And we will have to do the regulator, but just not yet. So, coal and iron will give us enriched iron. And that should be it. Now, inside of this crafter, we can place all of these things, except for the smelting thing. The smelting thing can go in here, I think. And then, we should be good. All we have to do is the last but not least, extract stuff here. Now, I should be able to ask for steel. And I should be, in particular, able to ask for 4. Assuming we had coal. Okay. Time to set up with the regulator then, apparently. Well, actually, you know what? It's nighttime, and that looks horrific. So how about we quickly do something about that? We need to capture one of these zombies. That's a brute. Are these all brutes? Do normal zombies exist? Because we need a normal zombie. There we go. So we absorbed him. He should be in an inventory. Yep, player aerial pearl. We're now going to fly away really quickly and try and sleep. Okay, we slept instantly because we have the cool sleep charm, in case you're curious. So now they will hopefully all burn to their death. And then that guy looks insane. He has a crazy shield and armor. Might have gone a bit too far on this one. Okay, well, while they're burning, let's try and make this regulator. So the quartz enriched iron we should have. The upgrade we should be able to make 2. So let's autocraft that stuff. Oh, not redstone. The upgrade, can we make this now? We can. Beautiful. The regulator, then we just need a quartz comparator. So 3 torches. Easy enough. Redstone comparator. A little bit of quartz and stone. And we should have, assuming we get the quartz enriched iron, we should have a regulator. And this guy is pretty sweet. So what we can do now is run over to this coke oven. Take out a little bit of coal. We only need 1 just to put it in the machine. Then let's head underneath. We're probably going to fall to our death at some point here. It's fine. We're going to open up the exporter, place in the regulator, and that should be fine. That should keep 1 in this machine. I want to actually set it to 2, though. The reason I want to set it to 2 is so that way there'll always be 1 in it. Like, as soon as it turns into coal, the other one's in it already. So now what I should be able to do is take out everything except for 1, and we should see another one show up. Wait, assuming I put it in the network. So now it's on 2, and it will only ever sit at 2, assuming we have the coal. Which means we now have coal to make steel. So I should be able to ask for my 4 steel. And sure enough, it's going to try and craft that. So now the only thing we're really waiting on is this actual machine over here. This guy's pretty slow. But, you know what? Actually, I got to hook him up to power as well. I forgot about the power. You know, I'll figure that out later, because at the moment, I should be able to make the player transmitter. Beautiful. Here we go. We're knocking everything off one at a time. So this guy, we attach him to power. I somehow placed him too far away. Say here. So he attaches. He fills up. We place in the binding card, and we should see a number of things happen. And by a number of things, I mean everything in my inventory should be charging. Okay. The jetpack's charged. The building gadget is full. The wireless crafting grid is full. So the only other thing would be this flux capacitor. Can I actually... Oh, he's charging. There we go. How cool is that? I'm pretty sure, can't I, like, put this on my back or something? Alright, the answer is no, or at least I can't find it. But yeah, this guy's charging. So this will be a 500,000 buffer, just in my inventory. We also had these guys constantly being filled, as long as this guy's getting power. So yeah, there's wireless charging. And this guy, you might be wondering what the range is. This binding card is infinite. Infinite range in this dimension, right? And it doesn't stop there, because you can upgrade this guy, I think. Let me search binding. You can make a dimensional binding card by using the binding card on an Enderman or Endermite. So that is using this one. So not the blank card, but actually, wait, yeah, using the binding card. Yeah, on an Enderman. So if we happen to have an Enderman, we could do that. I don't believe any spawned over here, or if they did, they've since vanished. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Alright, so we need to attach power here. We'll probably do it up this side, which is about to get really messy, but it should be fine. As long as we have enough cables, I don't really mind how bad it looks. So now we should be getting steel again. And I'm just going to wait for this to finish. Oh, actually, we're going to time and bottle it. Assuming we have enough power input, this should be fine. Oh. Huh. Why is it not exporting? There's a chance... Well, it's already worked once, right? Oh, we're full. We're full. How are we full again? Okay, we need another storage disk. Storage disk. Alright, I went ahead and made a 4K. And then I should be able to combine it with some quartz. Our inventory is so full. Alright, here we go. 4K, that should be fine. That should take care of our storage for a little bit, but as you can see, we still have a storage problem, but that should be fine. This guy should be functional again. Is he done? Do we have steel? I think we do. Yeah, we have 4 steel, which means I should now be able to make at least one of these, which is probably what we're going to start off with, because, yeah, we'll probably have to auto-craft a bunch. So copper, this steel casing, and some redstone gives us a superheating element. I don't think it has to be charged or anything. I think I just break one of these and place this here instead. And it goes up to 60 times. Which means we can either make more of these, upgrade them, or what I'm thinking now is maybe we can check out all the different things power has. Because power has, where is it? It has thermogenerators and these magmators. Magmators. I don't know how you pronounce it. But 10,000 RF for 100 mil buckets. And that's at a base value, I guess. And as you can see, you can get pretty good ones. So maybe we'll check that out next episode. But I'm pretty happy. We have checked stuff out. We got wireless charging across the entire dimension, the entire overworld, which is pretty cool. Maybe I can make the staircase again. So yeah, I think I'm happy. Thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, please do consider subscribing. It helps out my channel quite a lot. And hopefully, I'll see you guys in the next one. Now, another thing, just before we wrap up, I'm pretty sure this guy's almost full. Almost. I think like 1 or 2 more episodes, or if I maybe give it a helping hand or something, we should be there. So yeah, I'm excited. Alright, goodbye.